past, we have taken a look at the original Fitbit Versa and the Fitbit Versa Lite, but in this video, we are going to be looking at the all-new Fitbit Versa 2. There are some great new features that they've added to the watch, like an always-on display, an OLED screen, and even a microphone. So there is a bunch of stuff that I want to show you guys about this epic watch. Go on, get comfortable, and let's get into it. So first up, let's take a look at what you get inside the box when unboxing your Fitbit Versa 2. They've pretty much kept the packaging exactly the same across all the Versas, and I like it. Nothing overly complicated and not too much plastic either. So in the box, of course, you get the charging cradle that charges your Versa watch. You also get an additional strap size, which is really nice, some quick start information, a bit of a user guide, as well as all your product information, warranty, all that jazz. Of course, the beautiful Fitbit Versa 2 in all its glory, and once again, all of that packaged in the super simple Fitbit Versa 2 box. Chatting about the look and the design of this watch, of course, it does look similar to the previous Versa models, but there are some slight changes, and I've got to admit, guys, I think it looks so slick and stylish. The overall size of the watch is actually slightly bigger, but again, I actually really like this, and they've gone for such a smooth, rounded edge on the front, as you can see. The back has also been modified and slightly changed for a more rounded, polished feel, which is really nice on the wrist. And then what I really like about this watch is they haven't changed the strap sizes. So if you have any previous Fitbit Versa models, or maybe a partner of yours has one, you can use the straps from any one of the Versa models and you'll have no problem at all. So I really like this because, again, if you had one of the previous Fitbit Versa models, you can use all those existing straps on your beautiful new Versa. And like I said, if you've got a partner who also has one of the Versa models, you guys can swap out or change straps with no problem at all. Then chatting about the display, and possibly one of the best updates to the Fitbit Versa 2 is it now has an OLED display, and that means a lot of great things. Then not only that, we also have an always-on display now, which we'll get into more a bit later. But as some of you may know, an OLED screen is so fantastic because not only does it make the blacks a lot darker and the colors a lot more vivid, but it also helps save on battery, and we all need a lot of that in our life. I also like within settings you can change so many things about the display, and then as you can see here, it is a 1.4-inch display, 300 pixels by 300 pixels. Of course, in previous models, you could always see the display in full-blown sunlight or even shade, but on the Versa 2, guys, oh my goodness, as you can see, you really do not have any issue reading the display whatsoever. It is so bright and vivid, and no matter what the lighting condition, you'll always be able to read your display so easily, and that's all thanks to the OLED display. On to some new features from the Fitbit Versa 2, and as you guys know, it now comes with a microphone that is integrated with Amazon Alexa. So what that means is if you lift up your watch and hold down on the button, you can ask or tell Amazon Alexa anything and it will respond. Just like this. How do you spell awesome? It'll then do some thinking, connect to the Wi-Fi or internet, and then it comes back with an answer that says awesome is spelled AWESOME. Not only that, if you receive a WhatsApp notification to your watch, you can just click the reply button and you will see a speaker icon. If you click on that, you can once again speak into your watch and it'll dictate your entire message and send it off to your WhatsApp contact. Another fantastic new feature, guys, is the quick access menu. So if you swipe down, you see this quick little menu pop up, and from there you can so easily just quickly put your watch on silent mode. You can put it on do not disturb, even change the brightness settings, and then also if you quick and easily want to access your Fitbit wallet or the music app, it's all right over there, and this is a really welcomed new feature that I've been using a lot, and I'm so glad it's now there. The next new feature is an integrated Spotify application on your Fitbit Versa 2 that you can use to control your Spotify music. So the Spotify application was on previous Fitbit Versa models, but it was a third-party application, and in my personal opinion, it didn't work all that well. But now the Spotify application is made by Fitbit and comes standard on all Fitbit Versa 2s. So if your phone is busy playing some Spotify, you can now use your watch to toggle songs, play and pause, or even go through various playlists. Something else I am really glad they decided to do was add an always-on display option. So this is not on automatically, you do have to enable it in settings, but once it's on, you will always be able to see the time and some other key metrics without having to always flick your wrist, if you know what I'm saying. Some standard features that still exist on the Fitbit Versa 2 is of course the watch faces. You can change your clock to anything your heart desires, but the one that I really like from Fitbit is this one. It looks like you're going to have a cat as your clock wallpaper, but it's one where you can actually choose your own image and make that your clock wallpaper. I think that is so cool, and all you have to do is click on those three dots. It'll take you off to settings, and then once you click on settings, you can say pick a background image. You can either take a picture right there or choose from your photo library. As I mentioned, I just picked the selfie to see what it would look like. And what's also really nice is you can adjust the size and the positioning of your image. And once you're happy, you click done, and just like that, you have this amazing custom clock face. I think it's so epic. And guys, don't be afraid to check out the other clock faces. They have so many epic ones to choose from that you're bound to love. Then notifications from apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, you name it, are still there. The only difference is that on Android, you can use the microphone to respond to messages, but on iOS, unfortunately not. You can then also still receive calls as well as decline calls, all from your watch, and this is a great feature for when you're driving. What's also quite interesting is once you've answered the call, it'll actually say on your watch if the call is still active, so this is really nifty. Then this has had a slight facelift, but all the various fitness modes are still there, and if you select one, it'll obviously take you through all the information that you need while you're busy training. So whether it's your heart rate, perhaps the distance, calories, or time that you need to know while exercising, it's all there just at the click of a button. Another super nifty application that I use all the time is their timer app. So if it's a stopwatch you need, you simply click play and it'll start counting down for you. Or if you need a timer, just select how long you want the timer to go for. Once it begins, of course, it'll count down, but when it's reached the end of the timer, your watch will start vibrating. Now, as I mentioned, the Versa 2 is slightly bigger than previous Versa models, but not by much. So firstly, the display is 25mm by 25mm. It's roughly 12mm thick and weighs only 40 grams. And then just so you guys can see and have a comparison, this is what it's like alongside the Galaxy Fit Watch, which of course is a lot smaller, but then to the right of that is the Fitbit Ionic. Display size, they're definitely quite similar, but the Versa 2 body is a lot more compact. And for me, someone with small wrists, I like that, and it fits perfectly. Then onto the battery, and possibly one of the most frustrating things for me about the Versa range is the charging cradle. So this is how you charge your Fitbit Versa watch. You simply place it in this little cradle, but it has one major design flaw, and that is the cable comes straight out of the back. So when you leave the cradle by the side of your bed or with your watch in it to charge, and you place it down on a flat surface, this cable coming out the back makes it almost impossible for the cradle to stand upright. As you can see here, the cable clearly gets in the way, and it is so frustrating. But besides all of that, the battery on this watch lasts beautifully, and I've had up to almost 4 days of full use without having to charge this watch, which is crazy, and I love it. I think a lot of that is thanks to the new OLED display. Some other features include the interchangeable watch straps. So as I mentioned previously, you can use watch straps from any of the previous Versa models, and it does look a bit tricky when trying to change the watch straps, but I assure you, with just a little bit of time and patience, it is super easy to change up, and I'll have some links down below to my favorite straps. Another epic feature that I think a lot of people don't know about is the Relax app. So if you open it up and activate it, what this Relax app does is it takes you through a 2-minute breathing exercise that is super simple and ultimately just helps you relax. You can also check out the weather on your watch. Once you've set your location, it'll give you all the different weather notifications and information that you want. And then the sleep tracking feature also has an extensive amount of information, all based around, of course, your sleeping. So you wear your watch when you go to bed, and then the next day you can see how much REM sleep you had, how much deep sleep you had. It is so interesting. And then if you've ever wanted to swim or shower with your watch, you can with no problem at all, because the Versa 2 is waterproof, which is awesome. The heart rate monitor is also still on the back and constantly tracks your heart rate throughout the entire day, and also provides you with a bunch of stats if you go into the Fitbit app on your phone. I was actually tracking my heart rate when flying a drone the other day, and it was off the charts. I've been using Fitbit Versas for quite a while now, and I have to say, all the new features and improvements are so welcomed and make a huge difference. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, or you can check out some of my other Fitbit videos right over here, but I will see you in the next one. Toodles!